Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've been using the great Divi Hover Effects plugin, and I created this page of hover effects in little or no time using this plugin, and you really can get some stunning effects. And today we're going to create a full width image with a text overlay on hover. And it's really easy to do. And Divi Zoom have got a sale on at the moment. They've got it reduced from $49 to $15, and I think you get over 250 different effects with that. I bought it and I'm really happy with it. I'll put my affiliate link below this video if anybody wants to check it out. So let's get started. We'll do this effect today, and I'm going to start by adding a new page. Now I'll just call it FW head for full width heading. I'm going to use the Divi builder. And I'm going to build from scratch. Okay, I'm going to add a row with a single column. Divi comes as standard with most of these light grey ones. The only one that it doesn't come with is the Divi Image Hover, which is the plugin I just showed you, and that's what we're using today. So I'm going to insert one of those. Now for the effect, I'm going to use Classic. And I'm going to say fade in down. Obviously you do exactly what you want. Put in the image of whatever size you want here. I've got one, I've made mine 2160 by 962, that seems to work, but whatever size you put in, it'll dictate the size of the actual header for you. I'll upload that image. There we go, it's inside our little row there. We'll make it full width in just a little while when we've done our effect. Image alt text, a lot of people use that for keywords. It's actually mainly for descriptive text for sight impaired people that will actually read it out to them. But put in whatever you will there. Now we can have title prefix, title infix and title suffix. It's 3 different sections that we can actually affect differently. And I'll just put that in there. As you can see, it's put it up there. We'll style that again in a little while. For the content, I'm just going to put in a bit of lorem ipsum dummy text. There we go. We got our dummy text in there. Fantastic. And for the button, let's say, what is it? Whatever it is that you'd like to put in there. Of course, we've got to put a link in before the button will show up. There it is right there. And you can style your button. Obviously, put the URL to wherever you want to take your people. If it's on the same site, keep it in the same window. If you're navigating to a different site, I'd recommend opening in a new tab so your site stays open. Now this is great, vertically aligned center. If I pop that on, this is going to align itself to the middle of my image there. Great, just what I wanted. Okay, image overlay. I'm going to use a gradient. I'm going to get rid of that red color. So we've got nothing in there at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and use a gradient. And switch that to on. As you can see, it's put one in there. I'm going to choose slightly different colors and make the top purple and the bottom perhaps a dark blue. But I'm going to take the opacity down on both of these so we can see a bit of the image behind. To me, I just enjoy that effect. And the opacity is the right hand slider. Opacity is sort of see-throughness or transparency. There we go. And you can see a bit of the image behind there, but you can still read the text well. So that's what we want. Great. Now, for fun, I'm going to make it a radial, which obviously is circular, radial, And you can change the start and end positions. Let's bring it up to about 30. There we go. We got the blue around the outside and the purple in the middle there. And we can still read that text. I think I might bring that purple down just a tad, or the opacity back up just a tad there. There we go. Okay, radial direction center, that's fine. Don't need to place it above the image. Don't need a swap effect. That's if you're swapping to image rather than image and text. Background, don't need that because we're using the image as the background effectively. Let's make our title text a little bit bigger. I'm going to go down just a little bit. Bring it up to, let's try 36. 37 even. You can fine tune it with these little arrows here. That's fine. And we'll go on down, and each of those words we can decorate individually. I'm going to put a bit of text shadow below that so it just stands out on the background a little bit better, like that. And we'll go into the prefix, the first word. I think I'm going to leave that and the third word exactly how they are. And I'm going to bold up the middle one just for effect. So we'll leave the prefix. The infix, which is the middle one, let's make that one bold. There we go. And we'll leave the last one just as it is also. Great. So moving on down. We're not going to do anything to the suffix one. The content. Don't really want any text background. If you wanted to, you could give it a background color. As you can see, it puts a color around the content and the button. For me, I don't want that today. We can style it differently, obviously. Text alignment's fine. I would like to give it a bit more spacing left and right. Don't want to do anything to the image. Don't particularly want to do anything to the button. Do want to give it a bit of custom spacing. I'd like to give this a little more spacing left and right. So let's go into custom spacing. We've got the title here. I'll give it a bit of padding underneath. Title padding, bottom. Let's give it 50 pixels. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's make that 30 pixels. And for my text, I want to bring it in a bit. So let's go down back up here to the text, and left and right I'll give it 100 pixels. Just put in the 100, it'll put in the pixels. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. As you can see, that's brought that in, and I'd quite like to push that button down a little bit. So let's go into the button just above. Custom styles for button. And I'll use a bit of margin on the top to do that, say 30 pixels. There we go, that's giving a bit of space. I could even go 50 on that one probably. Great. So let's save this, and now let's make this full width. So to do this, I want to take away any padding that's in the row and also in the section here. So we'll start with the section, blue tab. Going to go in there, design, spacing. Let's make sure I've got 0 padding everywhere. So I'm going to put in 0, 0, hit the chain. Great. I'm going to do the same thing for the row, the green tab, design, down to spacing, 0 and 0. Fantastic. So we're squished up against the top and the bottom, just what I wanted. Now we need to make it full width. And that's very easy. Let's close up spacing, and we'll go into sizing just above it. We'll slide the width up to 100%. Copy the 100%, or you can type it in if you wish below in the max width. And there we have it. There we have our full width image with a text overlay. I just want to slow down the time it takes for that hover effect to come in, the text to come in. So let's go back into our module, and I'm going to go to advanced, and transitions. I'm going to take that from 300 mils, which is quite quick, to I'm going to say 1200. Obviously you put yours however you wish. 1200, not 12,000. That'd be 120 seconds. Don't want any delay, want it to happen as soon as they put their mouse over it. And I'm going to use ease in and ease out for the speed curve, which usually works great for me. So let's save our changes and see what we've got here. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. Maybe a little bit too slow there. That's entirely up to you. Just take that transition speed up or down. When we hover over it, our text and gradient overlay pops in. When we're off of it, it just eases back out. And of course we can use the call to action button. And that's a nice little effect. So I hope you've enjoyed that today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.